How are you doing? Welcome back to another episode.
Hey, hi Kamalika. It's been amazing. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I was just, it's the weekend, so you always start thinking and ruminating about stuff. And I was like, we're doing this, but how soon do you think AI is going to take over this work of ours? I mean, it's taking over every dimension of what humans can do. There are AI tools that help product managers. There are AI tools that are taking over analyst jobs. And there are also AI influencers. Like, what's going on, Pranav? Do you think we'll be doing
Exactly.
this
I
for
know
longer?
it's becoming. I think AI taking over human jobs is now a reality, and we'll definitely need to upskill ourselves. So we better up our game. And the latest I saw was AI avatars that actually looked superhuman. Like we've seen them
Yeah,
do still images, etc., on Instagram posts for about a year now. But the latest has been like a full-fledged AI news reader who's reading
yeah.
us the news. And imagine the production time, the production cost, everything going down drastically with this, right? And if the newscasters can lose their jobs, us podcasters can definitely lose ours.
I know, right? And I'm just thinking because there are so many AI tools nowadays that can actually clone me. Maybe not my emotions, but yeah, they can still clone me, and you wouldn't know if it's really me or not. I think we should try that out someday.
We should. Actually, there's a company here that's building digital avatars of real people. And you can then have a meeting with Pranav without Pranav being there and just having my AI avatar and and basically talking like me, sounding like me, looking like me.
I know that'll be actually a lot of fun. Then I can like there are people who keep coming up to you and saying, "Ki, hey, we want to interview you for this." And when you really feel like those questions are like things you've already done before, maybe I'll just send my AI avatar in instead,
I
and
know
then
it's
have
going to be insane.
and like in podcasts, right? You don't really need to see how the human is emoting. You just need my voice. You just need my
Nuts.
yes, just that, and that's it. Like it'll be fun to see if content creators jobs are also taken over fast by AI.
I know so much is changing, but one thing which didn't change this week, was the interest rates in the US. And luckily for us, I think we've reached a point where the ceiling is pretty close, and we may
Yeah,
not see upward revision more than once or twice more. But the worst part is that the inflation still hasn't gone down,
yeah.
and the oil prices keep rising or sort of haven't really corrected.
Yeah,
So
I know. Inflation has been crazy even in India. I mean, CPI of year has been, but despite that, we've seen tomato prices go through the roof and all of that. But despite all of that, I think India still holds like, at least in the investors, mindset, India still holds like a very special place. And we've seen this with JP Morgan also recently, right? They've placed their bets on India with by just simply including India into their government bond index. So I think that's a huge, huge win for India.
oh, absolutely. See, our capital markets are about 3 trillion, 3.7 trillion now, and the market cap. And therefore, it's very important to understand how these decisions get taken, right? So, when a capital allocator like, say, a BlackRock or a JP Morgan, which has trillions of dollars under management across bonds, equities, alternate investments, wants to enter a market, they cannot enter and open a new desk with, you know, 5 million, 10 million of investments. So when they open a desk and have a dedicated team, they have a huge fixed cost that comes with it. And therefore, they bring in millions, billions of dollars of allocation to that
Huh.
particular asset class or that geography or that product. And therefore, you're looking at now Indian government bonds entering this means that we are large enough, we are stable enough, and our market is deep enough to absorb that kind of volume. When that happens, we'll see the huge impact on the overall inflows, what we call as FDI or FPI, portfolio investments into India, from
Yeah.
all the global majors. And in fact, with the Bitcoin ETF, that's exactly what's going to happen over there as well. because that's the
Yeah.
whole theory for us Bitcoiners. When we want, why we want a spot ETF issued by the US, because it will allow the whole institutional capital in the US to come into Bitcoin, and therefore
Yeah.
create 3, 5, 10x multiple impact on those markets.
I think it's pretty interesting because they're predicting that, just thanks to this GBI alone, like you were talking about the influx into Bitcoin markets, thanks to the inclusion into the government bond index, they're predicting that, by 2025, we're going to have like around $26 billion flowing into India through all of this. So that's huge for, the entire 5 trillion dream economy that we have. But talking about economies, there is another economy that's also booming, and that's the creator economy that's there. And in my opinion, government not government, sorry, VCs have tried to build a business model and help creators kind of make money on that creator economy, but it's not been that great. But I saw that you recently had a very interesting update called Friend.Tech. So what is it, Pranav, and how is it helping the creator economy?
Yeah, absolutely. I think creator economies are booming, right? Like OnlyFans declared, I think 5x the profitability that the street estimated for it, and that
Yeah.
sort of shows that people are willing to consume content, and there is a space for personal content. And you're very right. I just joined Friend.Tech this week. It's a new Web3 app that uses X or Twitter as its base. But what
Hmm.
it does is it allows a Twitter account onto Friend.Tech. Once you have an account on Friend.Tech, you can offer keys. A typical subscription on Twitter will be, Twitter charges a platform fees in the range of 20 to 30%. But over here with Friend.Tech, the keys are not chargeable. So what happens is that the influencer or the creator or the account holder gets the entire money, and they can run private chats with their key holders who only have access to it. The best part over here is when I take up a Twitter subscription or an X subscription, I don't have the option to change my mind, right? So if I've paid for a month, I'm going to be stuck with it. It's mine. At the same time, I can't give it away or make any money out of it. It's a pure cost. What Friend.Tech has done in terms of gamification is to change that. The prices keep changing as more people buy and more people sell. So as people buy, it goes up. As people sell, it goes down. And then at the same time, because it's crypto, you can always pay. It's global. You don't have any card fees, anything. You just pay on Ethereum, and you're done.
But can you not then game the system? Like we've seen this. This has been a problem with crypto throughout. That there have been so many. There are good crypto projects. There are great Web3 projects, but there are also a lot of these pump and dump schemes that happen. Where creators or people just kind of pump up the price. They shill it to others unwittingly, and they're like, yes, this is gonna make you like 5x profit and stuff like that. And with the concept of keys, that's very much possible. So like what's going to stop people from gaming others out of their money?
No, absolutely. So the advantage here is that you don't make any money in terms of your subscription. So I can't decide that a key for Pranav is $10, or Kamalika doesn't decide a key for her is $50, which is the case in like an X subscription. Here a key is just a key. It's like a access card. As more access card gets sold, you get more pricing. So if somebody genuinely doesn't have followers but pumps their own keys,
Huh.
they may still not get other followers, right? Because if I don't like your content, I won't buy your key. So there is a safeguard in that way. But of course, I'm sure people have done a lot of things to make sure that, to make it attractive, and therefore uh, get people's money by wrong means, and that I'm sure will happen over here as well. It's just about one more direction, one more step in the right direction for social fi, as we call it, where we use Web3 tools and technologies to develop a social network.
Yeah. Well, I do hope someone funds me when I get on Friend.Tech, but let's leave that for another time, shall we?
Absolutely. If you want a code, happy to give you one. But if anybody wants a code, just DM us. And as always, it's been a pleasure talking, Kamalika. This is our
Same.
second episode in the second season. If you like what
Yes.
we're doing, please like, hit subscribe, and share our content. Let us know what you like to talk about, any topics that interest you, that you're intrigued about, and we'd love to include them in our future episodes.
Yeah. And we promise for now we're not charging you any keys. It's unlimited
No
for
keys,
everyone.
no money. No money, it's all free. We'll always be free.
All right. See you next week.
Take care. Thanks a lot. See you all. Bye.